Assalamualaikum and hi, we are from Team 18. We want to present about research project about eating choices and expenses, comparing cafeteria and food delivery budgets among students. First, I will start present. My name is Akila. My mental number is 230249 and I will present the introduction. Statistics is used to conduct research, evaluate outcomes, develop critical thinking and make informed decisions about a set of data. Statistics can be used to inquire about almost any field of study to investigate why things happen, when they occur and whether the occurrence is predictable. In this report, we apply this method to compare two primary eating options for university students for campus cafeteria meals versus online food delivery through the lens of cost. The problem statement of this report is there are different types of students eating choices, cafeteria and food deliveries, and these choices influence in their budgets. Does eating cafeteria food save their money more than food delivery? The objective of this report is to show the significant differences in the eating choices and food-related expenses among students who prefer more on cafeteria meals compared to those who frequently use food delivery service.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nura Adawai binti Nizam. My matrix number is 229480 and we'll be presenting about methodology. So our report analyzes university students' eating habit and also monthly food expenses by comparing cafeteria and food delivery uses such as GrabFood and Foodpanda. And also, the online survey we did was via Google Form and was distributed on 27 April 2025 through all kind of media social, which is WhatsApp, Telegram, and Instagram. The outcome we got from 91 students across various studies of years and residential college. The form included 6 questions relevant to the study's hypothesis. A two-sided t-test was used to determine if spending difference between two groups was statistically significant, supported by calculation of mean and standard deviation to summarize monthly expenses.
Okay, so my name is Akmal Batisha. My matrix number is 27328 and I will present our result and the discussion of our survey. Okay, so our survey is among students and we have a total of 91 respondents and they were given two options which they prefer cafeteria meals or online food delivery. So we can see here that 65 students prefer cafeteria meals and 39 students prefer online delivery app for their meals. But we also provide a maybe choice among yes or no options because sometimes they have doubt whether they are more likely buying their foods towards cafeteria or online or using online delivery apps. That is why this preference is mainly influenced by their personal choices and what they want to eat during that time, and their practical constraints like limitations of money, or they are planning on buying other things. Next chart is about the average budget among students' food preference. Okay, so this average budget, our respondent were given 5 possibility of range, which is below 200 ringgit, between 200 and 800 ringgit, and more than 800 ringgit. So between 200 ringgit and 800 ringgit, we divide them into 3 parts, which will be 200 ringgit between 200 ringgit and 400 ringgit, 400 ringgit and 600 ringgit, and 600 ringgit and 800 ringgit. So this actually can show how the students balance, how the students spends their money. It clearly shows some students carefully we have some students that carefully plan their budget, and the spontaneous students that and the spontaneous act that that students do when purchasing their food. So this chart actually shows how students balance affordability with convenience when they are choosing their food. Okay, this result shows the daily expenses of the respondent, because by doing this we can observe the students behaviors of spending money. First, we can observe a budget conscious habits among the students, and the students that also prefer convenience seeking. So that two behaviors can be recognized from this chart, since this is the comparison between students that care for affordability and students that care for conveniency. So this is the range of possibility expenses that were given, and the reason that we also put more than 50 ringgit because we want to know if it's possible for a student that have so many limitation of money possible to spend that much amount of money. Our last chart actually talks about the students' food choice according to their academic year of studying. Okay, so mainly since our team members social circles mostly from the first year student, so the dominancy of the data mostly from the first year students, but it does not affect the results of our calculation, because the validity of the research is focusing on the food preference with between cafeteria and online food delivery. So this chart is just to recognize their preference. So the result is really reasonable, because everyone have their own personal craving, and this reason often shape students' food choice. Next is the calculation. So our calculation, we have two hypotheses, which is first we differentiate the below 400 and above 400 for cafeteria meals, and second is for online food delivery. So here is hypothesis 1, which is for cafeteria meals, which is below 400 and above 400. Okay, our calculation, first we search for the mean and standard deviation for both below 400 and above 400, and afterwards we can see at the next slide. So our slide is talking about the null hypothesis, and for our research, our null hypothesis supposed to be there is no significant difference, but since our p-value is less than 0.01, it has to be said that our null hypothesis has a significant difference since it is rejected. And when it is rejected, our alternative hypothesis is likely true because it does not occur by chance, because we have the specific question for our respondent, and therefore our null hypothesis is not accepted. So for our next hypothesis is using the same calculation but focusing on other groups, which is the online food delivery. But for this online food delivery calculation, for the respondent that choose both option, will be assuming as they also prefer online food delivery. So just the same, we find the mean and the standard deviation for below 400 and above 400. So this slide also just the same as the earlier. All in all, our null hypothesis is not accepted.
So the conclusion that we got to make after making our project, which is the significant difference in eating choices and food expenses between students who prefer cafeteria meals and those who rely on food delivery. Statistical analysis of 91 students shows that cafeteria users have lower and more consistent monthly spending, while delivery users inquire higher costs. A t-test confirm this with a non-zero p-value, indicating the difference is statistically significant. This finding suggests that cafeteria dining is a more budget-friendly and sustainable option, especially for students with limited financial resources. That's all from us. Thank you.